Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'd like to say, first and foremost, if you're just now clicking on this video, and obviously, I have a very small sub count, very small viewer count, viewership, whatever. I just want to be straight, honest, and clear with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about, just the state of COD and its zombies mode, the mode that I make content about, on top of how hard it is to make a larger community for myself. Because, back then, it was more about niche. Like, what game that you wanted. Like, yeah, it still is. But even then, YouTube still kind of doesn't push out the way that it used to. And I mean, I've noticed that. Because, back then, my videos used to be popping off, dude. It used to pop off. I got, maybe 1,000 per video. But, I mean, it sounds like I'm complaining awful. It probably off rip just sounds like I'm complaining. But my main reason on why I think, COD isn't really putting out views on YouTube, especially, zombies, the community, we've gotten so bored of the same thing over and over again that Black Ops 7 has the bar set so low that we accepted it. And I mean, I'm taking this from, CJ Santa and the video that Lex made here recently on why Black Ops 4 failed. Those videos will be linked in the description below. Black Ops 4, I feel, its creative design could have been a lot better. And I mean, we all know that Black Ops 3 was peak. It was a very peak time for COD Zombies. I feel like that's a reason, once Black Ops 4 came out and then Cold War came out, we kind of just gave up on zombies, especially once Vanguard came out in Modern Warfare 3 zombies, and then now we've got Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. And to be honest, I've played the majority of those, except for Vanguard, because obviously Vanguard's garbage. Let's just agree on that. Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, to be honest, they're completely different games. Like they said in their videos, in order to have a somewhat decent of gameplay and progression within your story and the gameplay in itself, I mean, the gameplay has to have story and the story has to have gameplay, right? And I feel like Black Ops 7 executes that perfectly. In order for that to actually go well and to have that immersive experience, we have to take away operators. I mean, that's been a very long going on thing since Cold War. First, it was all right, but now it's just to the point now where it's dude, come on. What happened to the what we used to have, You spawn in with just the characters that are there. Yeah, they're still in there and you can choose them, but I mean, it takes away from the immersive experience of the characters talking back and forth and stuff like that. The game has story, it has really good gameplay, but I feel like the main reason why is because operators, and the main reason is Activision. Let's just all agree on that. Treyarch can only do what they're told. They have limits, obviously, and creative development, they all have their limits. Not to mention, I feel like, again, like Lex said, we should have more than just one person guiding the direction that zombies is in. Because, Kevin Drew, we all know Kevin Drew is over zombies. He's been over zombies since Cold War, right? And the reason why Blundell left Treyarch was because they put him over zombies, or basically the entirety of Black Ops 3. And the one scene, what Lex was saying in his video, was the one scene in Black Ops 3 where, his arm's getting ripped off. He had to go to Blundell had to go to 12 different people or something like that to get that one scene greenlit. And that's one of the big reasons why he quit. He just left and made his own studio. And I mean, yeah, I have nothing in, I wouldn't say in common, but I have nothing that draws me to them except for playing zombies. I have really no big audience to actually, for this to even matter. I still feel like a lot of what we have now is Activision. It's really just Activision wanting more money. I do feel like it's a lot of Activision's fault. Activision does it does play a major role in the failure of Call of Duty, especially the zombies mode. It's a very beloved mode. We got World at War to Black Ops 3. Those are all bangers, all right? Let's all agree on that. They're all bangers, even the bad maps, even Die Rise and, Transit. I mean, those maps even still have their own fans, right? Those maps, they have their own fan base, right? But I feel like there's no split divide between modern zombies and OG zombies. I feel like everyone still plays that game just to enjoy it. If you're in the older zombies, you're in the modern zombies. If you're in the modern zombies, you're in the older zombies. regardless, it still has that same label. I do genuinely feel like Black Ops 7 is a major flop. I mean, it's already been told, like, Black Ops 6 is doing better than Black Ops 7. So I mean, a lot of the stuff that's going on with these two games, actually the majority of these games, it's not because of how much difference there is or how same they are, even though it really is. I do feel as if the older Zombies games had more creativity, because from obviously, like I said earlier, Cold War to Black Ops 7, the most difference we've had in story is, you know, from between the hop of Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, right? But mechanically, right, we've had the same, you know, score streaks. Well, I wouldn't say exactly the same, but we've had score streaks. We've had the same, I guess, we really just perks that just roll directly over into the next game. I mean, they said that Mule Kick was new, even though we got it in Cold War, so they're treating Cold War as if it wasn't a part of the, you know, the game or whatever. I'm not really sure. You know, they're literally, they brought back the OG Pack-a-Punch machine. Like that, how does that play into the story? That makes absolutely no sense. I mean, then again, you know, you have the Ether and you have 115 now. So, you know, I mean, that could play well into the story as if, but I don't really know. But there's a lot of nostalgia and there's a lot of good, decent storytelling in these games, or specifically in Black Ops 7, that actually goes pretty well. Black Ops 6 had a lot of nostalgia bait. It had the Wunderwaffe, it had the Mark II, it had a lot of the Ice Staff from Black Ops 2. Well, let's not forget about that, because, you know, everyone, dude, I hands down have to think that the Tomb is the most forgettable map of all time. It has to be. There's absolutely no way. Not to mention, I remember us having a ball with a robot. You know, it was a robot ball somewhere. I don't really remember where. And wasn't there, like, you know, an evil Richthofen too? I don't really know. But, you know, it almost feels like they're just looking back at the past and replicating exactly that, but we're getting, like, the Temu version or the Wish version for the old people out there I'm playing. Even then, like, the game, some of the stuff, it feels baited, you know? And a lot of that really does affect YouTube. It affects the channel. It affects whether clicks go through or not. Like, it affects everyone, really. And what Call of Duty is failing to comprehend, not Call of Duty, because now it just sounds stupid, it sounds really old. What I'm saying is Activision, what they're failing to understand is, in order to have a passing game, you have to have a fan base that enjoys the game, alright? The reason why people actually get their game and play it, right, they're not just counting how many sales they make, they usually count how many plays they get. So, like, people that are playing on Game Pass, obviously, they're going to count towards how many people they play, right? So in order for people to actually enjoy the game, which by far I'm pretty well enjoying it, but as soon as they pull some shit like they did with the Tomb, I'm cutting it, all right? I'm going directly to the multiplayer and I'm playing the multiplayer. That's it. I have not even played the in-game mode or the campaign. I literally refuse to, all right? If this game does as good as Black Ops 3, maybe I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And I'm only saying that because Black Ops 3 had a horrible campaign. Everybody knows Train Go Boom. That's really all you remember. That and the arm getting ripped off. But that's really about it, alright? Black Ops 3 had a horrible campaign. The multiplayer was questionable. I mean, people very well enjoyed it. I mean, you know, you had that movement that was literally only there in multiplayer. You didn't have it in Zombies. I mean, you had wall running, but that was about it. And then you also had, like, you know, the wall running in the campaign. I'm pretty sure you might have had boost. I'm not really sure. But regardless, at least Black Ops 3's, like, the Zombies, it took over. The Zombies mode took over. And that's a big reason why people think that Black Ops 3 is one of the better games. But hands down, Black Ops 1's so much better because, like, had a pretty decent Zombies mode, had a really good campaign, and the multiplayer was good. That game had all three down, alright? Let's just be serious. I don't want to hear anybody argue. You know what? We need Black Ops 4 perks. We need to bring them back, alright? I'm sick and tired of the stupid fucking death perception bullshit. I hate the perk. hands down, I don't like it. Death Perception, hands down, there's no reason for the fucking perk to be in here, alright? We've had it consecutively for like 5 or 6 games in a row. No one likes it. No one likes it, bro. Alright, just for, like, literally, I whenever I make that worst to best video on the Modern Zombies perks, Death Perception is getting bottom of the list. I just want everyone to know that. It is getting bottom of the list. Because that's how it's bad whenever Wisp T, the new perk, is better. It's better than Death Perception. Alright? Sorry, I had to rant about that. Anyways, Black Ops 4, hands down, it's a good game. Alright? It was overshadowed back in the day, obviously, because Black Ops 3. But at least that game tried to innovate. Alright? It tried to be different from what was happening before. Alright? You can only go far in progression, okay? So therefore, if Cold War was the same, and Vanguard was the same, and Modern Warfare Zombies was the same, and then Black Ops 6 was the same, and then Black Ops 7 is the same, maybe it is time to do something different. All right? Not a lot of people like that sound. Not a lot of people like that word, okay? It is time for change. All right. I want to add character into this video because like I feel like critical information, like actual criticism nowadays, is really overshadowed because you're not allowed to have your own opinion, and it really tires me. All right. Hands down, I enjoy a lot of the new games. Okay. I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm not saying they're good. All right. But what I'm saying is I think it's time for change. Because I'm tired of playing the same mechanics over. And don't start with that fucking cursed shit. Okay? You have to get to like round 80 just to get a relic. I don't feel like doing that bullshit, alright? Just make the game base. Make it a base mode at least. Oh my god. Alright, that's what I'm gonna say about that. I think I'm just gonna stop here because I'm running up on 30 minutes as of recording this. And if you guys actually enjoy the video, maybe like, subscribe, because I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to be making some worst to best videos. So if you enjoy my rant, maybe like my worst to best videos. Anyways, guys, peace. Catch you in the next video. I better see you there. Alright, if not, I want to be under your bed. Do you understand me? Yeah. Alright, see you guys.